How are we doing, everybody?
Hola,
Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It. I'm Will.
I'm Adri.
And what are we playing today?
Reflections.
Reflections. In the Looking Glass. So it is a little Wonderland themed card game for 2 players. It is a little set collection game that is coming to crowdfunding soon. If I don't have a link already down below in the description, there will be one whenever I get one. And you guys will be able to click on that and follow it along. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and flip over the camera so that way we can see how it plays and, well, then play it. All right, so we are set up for a 2-player game of Reflections. And why is that?
You have to read the flavor text first.
Oh, I have to read the flavor text first. Well, I thought you were just going to say something because there's a reflection in
because
the
there are
looking
two
glass.
mirrors. Because there are what?
There's a reflection in the looking glass.
Okay, because there is a reflection in the looking glass.
Yes, there is flavor text. So here's the flavor text for you. Alice peered at her other self-sitting demurely in the chair of the looking glass room, stroking Dinah fondly and prattling on about kings and queens and lions and unicorns. The reflected person really should try to be more sensible. From this vantage, she could tell that the cat was no longer listening. Alice herself only spoke to Dinah in the most interesting topics as befitted a girl who had been trained in a court by court and bested, a duchess and at least 2 queens, and certainly never provoked this kind of meticulous washing in the middle of a lesson from the cat. Suddenly, the other Alice stopped her ramblings and caught Alice's eye, and then the 2 of them shared a concern. What if I'm actually the reflection? Who's the looking glass Alice, and who is real? What does it mean to be real? She had been visiting Wonderland far too often lately because the answer did not come by. By now, Looking Glass Alice, perhaps she wasn't, but a working hypothesis for now, had risen and approached the Looking Glass itself, and the 2 of them devised a game that should sort the whole matter nicely. They'll simply ask directions for which way out of Wonderland from the various characters they met within. Of course, these mad citizens do tend to change their minds, often depending on how many times one encounters them, so the players must carefully I feel like there's a missing part there. Again, this is prototype, guys, so some of this has been corrected and polished. The Alice, to get furthest away and back to reality by her tea time appointment with her sister, would of course be proclaimed the real one, and the other a mere reflection, at least for now. Alice reserved the right to contemplate this further at another time. So I guess we're playing as Alice, or we're trying to figure out Alice. We're trying to figure out who's the real person, who's not. That's the loose iteration of it, but the theme kind of matches because, you know, Alice through the looking glass, right? So you have mirror reflections. So as you can see here, we are currently set up for the first round. The game can be played over however many rounds you want. 5 is the, of course, max. We'll probably do 3 rounds, best out of 3. But when you start the game, you're going to deal out the cards in the way your pattern card instructs. A la say, all right? And then on a player's turn, they're going to take one of the cards that is physically available to them. So you'll see there's a bunch of characters and there's a bunch of little symbols, either suns or moons, on the characters. The characters matter in terms of creating your sets because based on the number of moon or suns you have, it's going to change that set from a positive or to a negative number. So for example, if I have 1 of the walrus and the carpenter, it's 1 point, but if I have 2 walruses and the carpenter, it's -2 points. The objective of the game is to either have the highest, basically the furthest from 0, so either positive or negative. So if Adri has -9, I have +6, Adri would win the round because she's further away from 0. Because remember, reflections, right? Negative is the reflection of a positive, all right?
Yeah.
So on the turn, they will take a card. One of us will take a card. So if I take the caterpillar, for example, because I'm working on another caterpillar, because I do have 4 cards down here that Adri does not know about, and she will not know about until the end of the game. Maybe I'm trying to work on the caterpillar because I already have 2 in my hand, and that would give me a +3 at the end of the game. Then Adri will take the Jabberwocky. But at the same time, I want to look and see what Adri has in her playing field to make sure that I'm not giving her some kind of advantage or disadvantage one way or the other, right? Maybe I already see that she's got a +3, and then I could give her something that would make it turn into a -1, right? And maybe she already has a +1, so now her total score is 0, right? But that's basically the game. You're going to draft cards or draw your cards. put them into their groups. After all the cards are drawn here, then we are going to add up our points to see who is the farthest from 0. That's who wins the round. And then we'll do that 2 more times. One other word of note is when you set up, you do have 4 cards left over. Those just get taken out of the game. I don't know if it technically means out of the game or just out of this round. I'm treating it as out of this round because that way you put them back in and the variability changes, right? We don't know what these four cards are, so it's harder to do the math of like how many of certain cards are left in our hands, right? Right? With that said, Oddity does need to determine who goes first.
With our 20-sided extra life die for supporting Children's Miracle Network with donations.
Sí, camisetas.
Así.
Dos
And you
camisetas.
can also support the niños
Para los
with your
niños.
donations using the links down below and donating for them.
Yep, so you can click that link, donate. Every donation is greatly appreciated. We do have a bunch of incentives out there for our donors. If you have a suggestion of other incentives that, you know, some people might like, let us know down in the comments and we can add them to the page. So Oddity's going to roll. Do I need to protect the cards? Almost 2. 2 is even. That means Oddity gets to go first. Oops, I dripped a little drop of water on Alice over here. All right. So here we go. So Oddity gets to go first. So she's going to draw, then I draw the reflection, and then I get to go. She draws a reflection, and back and forth we go.
Do I have to start from my... I mean, can I do any, or does it have to be from the bottom? From the...
It has to be from a completely uncovered card.
Okay.
So, like I said, similar to Mahjong. Well, I mentioned you similar to Mahjong, but for you guys, similar to Mahjong, right? You can only move a Mahjong tile that is
I play
completely
Mahjong
uncovered.
on the computer, on the cell phone.
You played Mahjong on the cell phone. Yes, you can only move the Mahjong
ones that are
tiles that are showing completely.
To,
Yep.
well, 2 sides.
Yeah, taking turns. Okay, I want to make sure it said taking turns and it wasn't the first player got to keep going. That would kind of be an unfair advantage. All right. So Oddity took the Queen of Hearts. That means I have the Mad Hatter. All right. So I'm going to, and I can take from, we can take from either side. So currently I don't like any of my
So you
options.
can take from here? Or
No, I can take, yeah, I can take from either side.
Oh.
Currently I don't like any of my options. Which is fine. Okay. I'm going to do the Walrus and the Carpenter, which means you're also taking the Walrus and the Carpenter. And it's recommended in the rules that you keep your, you got to keep everything fully visible because it's got to be open information. So you have your suns and then you have your moons underneath. All right, and you get to go. The Walrus and the Carpenter. I don't know how that song goes. Would you take the Mock Turtle?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm going into the negatives here. So I guess just so keep track with what our score is right now, Oddity is at +3, and then I am currently at -1 because this is a 1 and this is a -2. So if that's the way you want to play this, I will take Tweedledee and Tweedledum, which means you get Tweedledee. Then that'll go on the bottom. That way you can, I guess it's easier to keep track of that way. Again, that's the way the instructions say. I don't know.
Like that?
Because basically the reason is, so when you put it this way, these two cancel each other out. They're basically a 0, right? Because I have a +1 and a -1. It just cancels each other out. So it's easier, I think, to keep track if you keep them that way. But yeah, so now it's your turn again.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Trying to see how many of everything there is. Alright, so I got the Caterpillar. Oddity got the Jabberwocky. I will do I'll take the Tweedles. Which means you get the Queen. Queen of Hearts.
So I put it here?
Yeah, so now you have two of them. However you want to put it, just to show that you have two. I'm going to put them above, below, just to show you two. That way it makes it, again, easier to tell how many you have.
And these we play
at the very end. That's what the secret part is. You don't know what I have, so you don't. You can add up my score of what I've got down here now, but you don't technically know everything that I have. Nope, me too. Oh no, hang on. No, you're right. Right. It's your turn. Yeah, grab your bunny. He's a cute little bunny.
See.
Bonito. All right. So where was he? He was here.
Mm-hmm.
I get the Jabberwocky. All right. So these two cancel each other out. All right. So that might have messed up what I was going to do. I think it did. That's fine. I will do the dodo.
So I have to take this dodo.
Yes, so you have to take that dodo. Dodo is azul. It is a moon card.
Oh.
There's only one choice. Yeah, you either take the walrus or the carpenter or the Jabberwocky. Those are your choices. I did not want the walrus and the carpenter. They do not serve the purpose I'm trying to accomplish here. We need to vacuum our table. We've not done that in a while. Let's see here. I'll take the Mad Hatter.
So I have to take the queen.
Yes, you have to take the queen.
Django's choice.
So now it's your turn. You get to choose what you want to take.
Wait.
Okay, Wade. You've got the Tweedles. Yeah. Because I wanted the third Mad. So at a certain point, you probably can kind of tell which direction one player is going versus the other.
That's bad.
No, that's good. It's -1 point. That's fine. It's good. It's -1. All right, meet that now.
No, it's como así que es good.
Because I want either the highest positive or the highest negative number. So I'm doing math here. I was going for negative, so 3 wouldn't have helped me. So I needed to make it a negative again. I've kind of told you what I'm going for, which now makes it easier for you to know what to take away from me. I really don't want that dodo either. I don't want the dodo.
It's your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn, unfortunately. I'll take the dodo. That's fine. So that means you get the mock turtle. Mock turtles. That gives you 2 mock turtles. All right, now it's Tuterno. You don't know what you want, do you?
No.
Now you're having to do math to figure out if your plan is working.
Because at the end you have to have like the less points?
Or the most. We'll see at the end of the scoring. You'll see you either need to have the highest positive or the highest negative number. Again, the farthest from 0. I did not want the Jabberwocky. But then I get the last turn, so I will take the dodo, and you get another Alice.
Another Alice.
Oh, okay. You get your first Alice, and she's a nighttime card. All right, so now we add our cards that are in our hands. That gives me a third Walrus and Carpenter, gives me a bunny, gives me an Alice, gives me a caterpillar. All right, so now you take any matching sets, and the matching sets cancel each other out, right? So these 3 cancel these 3 out because they're the same. This is a 2 and a 2, so that cancels each other out. This is worth -1, even though it's 4. This is -1 because it's 1. So that's gone. So all I have left is this, which completely went against what I was trying to go for. I ended up with +1 point.
I got. This is
2,
2,
4,
4.
-1. So you're at 4. Oh no, you're at 3.
No.
You're at 3, so you win.
This is -1.
-1.
This is
+4.
2 and 2. Okay.
So you're at -3. I was at, what did I say I was at? I was at 1. So yeah. Abdi wins because she had
Yay.
the farthest from 0. So we need to shuffle. So I thought I was doing good, and I completely screwed up because I wasn't looking at my cards that were going to get eliminated. And then, no, actually, I think it was the Jabberwocky. When you gave me that Jabberwocky, that messed me up because that put me back positive. The 4 Hatters and the White Rabbit don't cancel? Huh? The 4 Hatters give me not quite according, but I think she still would have won. Okay. Because, yeah, I was just doing the math that a single card was 1. And then the Hatters were 1 as well. Unless that's changed. Right here it says it's 1 and 1. All right, so our next layout is Loco. Loco. All right.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Lo siento.
So how do
the
I?
Hatter is
do I
-1
give you
and the White
first?
Rabbit's -. Oh, were they both -1? Oh, you're right. It's the same. They're in the same direction. Because they're opposites. Gotcha. Oh, this is the designer, by the way. Hola. So yeah, okay. So that makes sense then. Yeah. So I would have been at. Yeah, that would have actually taken me down to like 0. Because that would have given me a +1 and a 2 more -1s, and I was at like 1, so it would have put me at like -1. So you still would have won. The other one, the WON, not the ONE. All right, so we're doing this pattern here. So you start with this. First round.
Do I deal the cards?
No.
first?
We just make this pattern. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1,
On
2,
each side.
3, 4, 5.
And we might have to.
1,
Dice, dice.
2, 3, 4, 5, and then
It's just 5, 4, 3, 2.
4, 4, 4. Oh, these are not pretty.
They're not pretty. That's it. We need a play mat, but the problem is you would have to have 5 different play mats, 1 for each.
Look at that.
Oh, are you sure you shuffled those?
I did.
I know you did. I think it's either 3 or 7. I forget how many shuffles total makes it truly random. There was a guy I used to watch when we did Pokemon content, Tricky Jim or something, and he did a thing about shuffling and what is a true random shuffle. And of course, a riffle shuffle 7 times, I think is what he said, is a true random. Now you get 4, I get 4. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Vamos, adios. Okie dokie. So you went first last time, so I go first this time. All right. So I'm going for a Jabberwocky. Jabberwocky.
It's like a Jabberwocky.
So you get a Jabberwocky. Nope, it goes on the table. Muy bien. Which one's you grabbing?
This one. So you have to get this one.
Oh, okay. We're on the row of 3. Okay. Fine. Bien. All right. Ooh, I don't like any of those. I te gusta nada. Aquí. I me gusta nada.
No me.
No me gusta nada. Español es muy difícil. Michael. Excellent gameplay dynamics, easily understandable concepts, great artwork for the theme, cool card game. Yeah, we'll give our first impressions at the very beginning, but like the art is like outstanding. We also did another crowdfunding game that just launched, and it didn't feel polished. This feels polished just from graphically and aesthetically. What we're looking at seems polished. The gameplay itself seems fine too. Or fun, fine, polished, good, bien. What did you grab? Nada. No, that's... Oh, and now it's your turn. Okay. Because I took that one, so it's your turn.
I see.
See, you're okay. On evens, I'm on odds. You have your queens. Mucho queens. There are a lot of... all 4 queens are out there. Ooh, okay. I was about to say, I was thinking I'm going to be in trouble, but I see what I need. All right. So, bum, bum, bum. So we'll take the walrus and the carpenter. The walrus and the carpenter. Yeah, so the artist, for those playing at home, is Wilfred Dajoitoy. And I think it said in the rule book, it actually had another. I think it said in Imaginariums. Imaginaries. Yeah. So Wilfred in the Imaginaries. All right. So your turn. Okay. You do the evens. I got the odds. You want the bunnies. You just think they're cute. Adri likes bunnies. Adri wants all the bunnies.
No.
No? See what you're doing. Messing me up. That's what you're doing. That's fine. I will take a bunny. You get a caterpillar. Okay. What do you want? Mock Turtle looks so sad.
See.
He's so sad. Who are you? I was wondering where the Cheshire Cat is, and the Cheshire Cat's with Alice. I was like, where's the Cheshire Cat?
Ay.
So I get another bunny. So I'll take a third bunny. And you get a Mad Hatter. All right. Now it's coming down to the wire. Two terno. Oh, this is going to be rough. Oish. You took my last bunny. All right, now I got to figure out what I'm sitting on. That messed me up. Oh, hang on, I gotta take the queen, don't I?
Oh, sí, señor.
Yeah, you messed me up with the bunny. Messed me up with the bunny. Alright, gonna take the queen. Okay, do that, no? Mark Turtle. To take the other queen. I really don't want either one of those. Can I pass? I don't want either one. It does the same thing for me because I only have one of either. So, oh, I should have looked at what you had. Oh, dang it. That wasn't smart of me. I should have looked at what you had. All right, so now we play our cards in our hands. All right, and then we get rid of samesies. Samesies. Samesies.
Samesies.
No más samesies.
Samesies.
Alright, 2, 4, 6.
Samesies.
Okay, I have 8.
uh,
You have 3.
I know.
-1. You have 2. You thought you were winning. I was focusing on. I focused on plus, and I'm like, okay, well, I can't get 2 of these. I can't. And then as soon as I got another one, I was like, oh, I'm getting another one. I can't help yourself. It's difícil. There's a lot of math involved. Math is hard, kids. That's why you got to stay in school. Math is muy importante. Y números es no simplificado porque es muy difícil. That is horrible Spanish, by the way, guys. So stay in school so you can learn Spanish. It is a very important language. Do we determine it's the second most spoken language?
Yeah, that's what they say.
After English.
No, then it's Chinese.
Was it Chinese?
Oh, Spanish is like.
English, you have all the English. You have all pretty much every country because English is pretty much a second language in a lot of countries, like even China and stuff. I thought we looked that up. We did look it up once upon a time. All right, so we're just doing 3 rounds. So this will be our final round to see who is the winner, who gets the wonderful extra life medal. Currently, it's sitting over here with me because I won whatever the last game we played where it required. Oh, the Land of Oz. That was the last game we played. All right, so we got to build. That is what we're building this time. So it's the opposite of what we just did. Question is, am I gonna build this in such a way that it will actually be able to do 5 cards at the top? Probably not. That is not correct. Did I miss shuffle? It specifically says in the rule book, make sure you keep the cards the right direction.
Reading is important.
Reading is important.
Don't miss class.
Stay in school. Don't miss class. All right. This is the look out. I'm the one with the OCD, and I'm doing such a horrible job because I'm like, I just want to get them out here. We'll clean them up once they're out here. Maybe. Okay.
I think you're missing one there.
Oh, you're there. Yes, that's correct.
Counting is important. Don't miss.
Counting is important. Don't miss school. Stay in school, kids. And if you're homeschooled, stay at home. All right, that's better than what it was. It's still not great. All right, there's yours. Okay. All right, so what do I got right now? Where's my little point card thingy? All right. Okay, I know what I'm going for. All right, so you get to go first this time. The walrus and the carpenter. You gotta look what's out there. There's a lot of turtles out there, by the way, guys. Mm-hmm. All right. Was I coercing you towards the walrus and the carpenter? Another walrus and a carpenter, then. You get the Mad Hatter. What's funny, it looks like that Mad Hatter when I see him. When I saw him earlier, I was thinking the Mad Hatter, and I thought, oh, he could definitely be the Batman villain version of the Mad Hatter.
Mm.
All right. Your turn. All right, so I'm taking Alice here. So I'm going to take another Alice. Means you get a dodo. Get that, I don't know. What if I didn't want a mock turtle? You're making this difficult on me.
What
now.
do you get? What did you do?
The mock. I had to take the mock turtle because that's what you took. You. The opposite of you was the mock turtle. Okay, what was I going for? Oh yeah, I know what I'm going for. I really don't. I'll do the dodo. Yeah. No, you have to take the queen first.
Oh.
Now you can take the Tweedles if you want.
Oh.
Alright. Take the Jabberwocky. Did you get Alice? So what are you at? What did you? Oh, you took me. Okie dokie, Smokey. Alright, so there was something I was trying to do. What was I trying to do? I don't think I've gotten to what I need to do yet. No. Ooh. 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 I'm going to take the Jabberwocky. I'm going to do the Jabberwocky. That mess you up?
No.
No? Did it help you? Un poquito. Eterno. That's Bluetooth. Alright, now that messes me up. That's fine. I will correct it with a Jabberwocky. Right? Tuterno. Those double channels. Like, did I mess something up? No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Well, minus one of those cards in there, I'm not going to want any way around it. Honestly, I don't want any of the cards that are up there. All the cards hurt you too. We're at a point where every card out there, neither one of us want. I think they're going to hurt us almost equally. I'm sorry. That's what's out there. You like the bunny. Get the bunny.
No.
Okay, don't get the bunny. I'm going to tell you, none of those 4 cards help me. So it doesn't matter what you take. I'm taking 2 other ones that I really don't want. That's fine. I will take the bunny then. All right. Because I had 2 queens in my hand. I forgot I didn't want the bunny. I wanted you to take the bunny. There we go. There we go. All right. Matchy matchies go away. So matchy matchy go away. Matchy matchy go away. Matchy matchy go away. All right. So what do I got? I got all of this.
Seriously?
What did you do?
No.
You had 2 there? All right, so I have -2, -1, -3. So I have -6.
I have 2.
-1 and +2.
That's 1.
You have 1.
Oh, no, wait, did I do this right? I was
They're
planning.
matchy-matchy.
I was thinking.
It's those last ones that
I was thinking. This cancel. This cancel.
Those cancel. 3 and 3.
So I shouldn't have taken this
The dodo.
one.
Yeah, when you took the dodo. If you would have given me the queen, that would have taken this from a -2 to a +3. That would have hurt me. If you would have taken the bunny. I don't know what it would have done to you, but it would have hurt me there.
This one also damaged.
Yeah, that one hurt you when I had you take down. All right. Well, we're gonna leave it out. We're gonna take a picture so I can take a picture for Instagram. But either way, we're gonna flip over to our first impressions. There we go, guys. Of course, this is
Did we already played 3 times?
Yeah, that was 3 times. I have two winning cards. You have uno winning card. So I get to keep the medal on my side of the table for whatever we're playing Sunday. I forget what it is. Probably one of the Kickstarter games back there behind us. Either way, but yeah, this is Reflections. This is a preview prototype copy. So of course, things are subject to change, rules, art, graphics, component quality. We're just going to go over what we have here to compare, and then suggestions of things that, you know, we think could be different, because that's what we do. So the first thing are the components. Components include, of course, the physical components, the art, the graphics, the iconography, and so forth. What did you think of the components?
I think they are perfect.
You think they are perfect?
I like the art. I like the player aid.
And the dicing of the player aid we didn't show you guys is they actually have it 2 ways, because some people think different ways. So this way here has all your yellow and blue with minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. And then this side has the back and forth minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. So whichever way your brain thinks, you've got a player aid there. I do like that. I like the graphics. I like even the logo. Like that was something we'd mentioned in other games, like the box logo or the graphics just isn't eye-catching, and this is a great little logo. Again, the art's great. It's language independent. That's always something we always have to mention, because Adri's familia no habla español y mi no habla inglés. Oh no, familia no habla inglés, mi no habla español o inglés y inglés. No, and, or, yes, both.
English is important, stay in school.
English is important, stay in school. Rewatch the video if you skipped to this part to find out the joke. But yeah, I like the graphics and art. The only thing that is kind of off, and I'm not sure why they chose, is the sun and the moon. I guess because they're opposites of each other. Thematically, I would have thought it would have been maybe like,
Heart.
Well, the roses, like the Queen of Hearts, her roses, right? And you can do a red rose and a white rose. But I guess as I'm saying that, and then my brain works this way, as I say something out loud, it makes me realize why. So I think it's because they're opposites. So it makes sense. It's good. I was just thinking for a thematic icon. That's all. But no, everything's great. Also like that it's a tiny little box instead of a huge box, because we've gotten other card games that's about this many, and they want to put it in this huge box, which is, I guess, is fine if you're going to have expansions. I don't know if this game leads to expansions. I could see crossovers. So like, for example, a Wizard of Oz pack, right? Where you could add in 2 decks to make the game longer, or maybe more complex patterns and stuff like that. So it does open it up where you can do a lot of little IPs and just kind of mash them up, kind of like Smash Up or other games where you just take the decks and mix them together. So that may be something to look at that point, would be a bigger box. But no, this box size is perfect for this game. Throw it in your purse, because, you know, I look good with a purse, and take it with you somewhere. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing for stretch goals. It's kind of hard to say, because this game seems pretty done. Maybe linen finish, right? Maybe a little bit thicker cardstock, but I don't find this cardstock bad.
No.
So I don't know what other stretch goals. Maybe they'll have like stickers and pins and things like that. I know a lot of games that are very art focused like this, they like throwing things like that in, like bookmarks and just art things that are simple and cheap to print. So you guys have to go out and see what those stretch goals and add-ons are. Next are the mechanics. What did you think of the mechanics?
Oh, I think it is something very original, very different. Because it has different things. So it has, I mean, it's a reflection. Yes, you have to take the reflection of the other
opposite card. It's reflection because you have to score on one side or the other. Although this is all going down into the theme, but a little bit. But.
So that forces you to take something that your opponent may or may not know yet if you...
benefits you.
Yeah.
Or hurts you, yeah.
So you don't know. You really don't know because of the other 4 cards that they have. And also, I think the fact that... see, at the beginning you explained that, I know, but at the beginning I thought I had to make points. But no, it is just being far from zero.
Far from zero, yeah.
Either way. So
That's very unique. Like I knew that was going to be something that would catch you up. I was thinking, okay, as I knew these rules, and I know you need to be the farthest from zero, trying to explain to somebody that you can go negative and still win is a hard concept to like explain. Yes, you can be negative 25 and win, right? It's I don't know if it's possible to get that high of a score, but it still
yeah,
works.
exactly.
No, yeah, I think everything's unique. It's very quick.
Even this, like how you organize different ways to organize your.
Yeah, we use 2 of
cards.
the 4. So the ones we didn't use is there's one that's a 4-3-4-3, and then there's one that's a 2-3-4-3-2. So basically the opposite of yours, and then one where it's basically the middle's big and the other side. But yeah, this is all neat. Again, you can extend or increase or decrease the playtime based on the number of these. Again, I don't know how many more combinations of this can occur. I don't know also how much variety that would really add to the game. Again, if they were to have like an expansion where you could add more cards, which could give you a bigger pool, again, for longer games or shorter games or so forth.
But so yeah, but here you have to think quickly and plan well and no math.
And no math. Stay in school.
Yeah, because I mean, still at any moment you can or somebody can ruin your plans.
Yeah.
But that makes it fun.
Yep. And it's good as a 2-player, and we'll get to that at the fun it too. Next is the difficulty. This is like a 1.
Yeah.
I mean, the difficulty is really you and your own brain being able to do the math to figure out, what adds up.
Yeah, but you can also see what you have in your hands, so then I mean, you have to look and see if there is something available that you may be able to take, or if the other person is working on that reflection, then you will have to take.
Yeah.
So like I did, and the last one was okay. I had 2 of these, so I was working on the pluses. I was working on the positives. So I said, okay, I grabbed this one, or I had to, and I said I cannot grab any other because otherwise I will be in the negatives, and so on. At the end, it was ruined.
Ruined by having 4 Mad Hatters. Mad Hatter, he will screw up your party. So the difficulty, very light, easy to teach.
Because if I didn't have that, it would cancel this. So I would still...
Yeah, I don't know what the score would have been at that point. We'd have to figure that out. But yes, not too difficult. Next is Fun at 2. Well, I hope it's Fun at 2. It's only a 2-player game.
It is fun.
But yeah, it is Fun at 2. It's a nice little filler type game. It says on the side about 20 minutes. Of course, we go a little bit long because we explain our turns. We take longer to do our turns. It still wasn't too long. And we're at 48 minutes total, playing all 3 rounds. So I don't know if that's per round or for total game. Again, I don't know. Similarly, right, if you were to have expansions, because there was another game that we played for a Kickstarter that the core game was only 2 players, but they were planning expansions, and expansions would take it up to 4 players. I don't know. Again, the problem with this one is it's very symmetrical, right? It's 1 versus 1. Yeah. You're taking the exact opposite. When you have 4 players, what is it? I take 1 and everybody else takes the same one from 3
you would
different,
have to have,
like you would have to make it like a plus,
yeah.
and everybody takes from a different one.
That could be interesting.
I mean, it would work. It'd be interesting, but then it's also a little bit harder to plan. I would think it would increase the time dramatically. Either way, it's fun at 2. I think it works perfectly at 2. The last thing is the theme. So the theme is, do you feel like you're doing what the game says you're doing? Which we read the flavor text. And 2, does the theme on the product itself interest you? So what we were supposed to be doing is figuring out who was the real person and who was the fake person. So I became the real person because I won. That was her talking to the person in the mirror, and then it said about finding out which way her friends in Wonderland go. So that's kind of what this was.
So because you win, you're the real one?
I'm the real Alice. You're the fake Alice. But otherwise, did you like the theme?
Yeah, I like the theme. I like the theme of Alice.
The theme of Alice.
But
have you watched the new movies?
Have we?
I know I've watched the Disney movies, the ones with Johnny Depp.
Without me?
I watched them a long time ago. They're old movies. I guess we're gonna go watch the first Alice in Wonderland movie once we're done here, guys. But you liked Alice. You liked the original cartoon, Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
Did you ever read the books?
Let's see, I had the book.
I don't think I've ever read the book. There's more than
I
one
had the
book,
book.
if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, I had one book. The
Oh, it's the
book.
Carroll. What's her name?
See.
Lewis Carroll. Carroll.
Yep.
Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll.
Yeah, Lewis Carroll. Yep.
And,
All right, but yeah, I like the theme. That's the reason I reached out when I saw it. I was like, it looks very good. It's cute. The graphics are great.
She's so pretty.
She's so pretty. It's so cute. It's 2-player, which is perfect for us. And the theme really, it works, right? And I think like any game, a lot of times a theme is what's going to make you want to buy the game and pick it up. And this theme is definitely something that would draw people and be like, oh, that's a cool game. And it does work thematically with the Looking Glass because it's a mirror reflection. And again, the whole game is about reflection. So I think this is a good theme to apply to this type of game where you're drawing like that. All right. Anything else?
No.
No? All right. Like I said, there will probably be a link down below to the Kickstarter page. If it's not there yet, then I know the publisher will be sending it to us and we'll add it down below. Go follow the campaign for when it goes live so you can back this cute little game. If they want to see more crowdfunding and other gameplay content, what do they need to do?
Subscribe, activate notifications, follow us on social medias.
Oh,
All
that
that
stuff.
stuff.
But until next time, guys.
Adios.
Peace.